Hello, this is Amir of Hazelwood, and yeah, thank you for checking out entry number three into a whole new life. I'm a little bit scattered in some of these video blogs that I'll be doing when they're unedited, um, just because this is also to show you kind of like the mental aspect of what it is to be by yourself in somewhat of an isolated area. Like I have access to locals here who they do help me out from time to time, and they've been a great boon. A couple of the fellows came out and helped me with my chimney to my main stove in uh in the living room, and I tell you, I wanted to do a video last night about one content creator because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to try to show you through content creators that I listen to, that I take in what they have to say, and you may not like them, you may not agree with them, but this is kind of showing you an aspect of my views and takes on things, and my mindset. What you do with that knowledge is your own business. If you enjoy the content that I show you, then you're gonna enjoy any conversations going forward into the future. If you like to be challenged, yeah, it's the same thing, right? Um, I'm always happy to chat once I get something set up. I'm still new to the whole technological stuff. I haven't had a laptop for long, and I only have a broken iPad and a really cheap cell phone. And yeah. So, anyways, sorry I didn't make any content last night. Sorry, I get a little scattered at times. It's hard to process with pain in the morning and everything. But yeah, needless to say, um, yeah, I didn't make any content last night. Oh, I had a huge feed of food last night. Like I made this weird pasta dish. It was just a goulash, right, a hodgepodge, whatever you might want to call it. But yeah, and the heat was pretty decent in the house last night, so I promised myself I'd only lay down for 5 minutes because my back was hurting, and I woke up and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I got like 5 hours of sleep, which is like extremely rare for me. So yeah, I'm going to be doing at first some of the more recent podcasters or content creators that I've been just recently getting into at first. And my hopes is to build up to do a video about the two biggest influences, yeah, both in music and political standing, and also comedy. I guess you could lump it into as well, because he is a comedian. But yeah, Tom McDonald and Steven Crowder. Um, this will be a short video today, and at the end of it, I am gonna add a little bit more of an Easter egg. When I say Easter egg, is I'm hoping one day after I do this video that I could actually be able to interview Tom McDonald and Steven Crowder and ask them, nothing stupid, just like kind of like what was their vibe and like how they got into what they got into. What were their biggest influences that made them go like the path they went? Like, I'm not going to try to get any gotcha moments or like try to get a scoop on something. It's all just drivel. Really, it's garbage. rots your brain. So yeah, they are the two bigger influences that led me down the path of the information that I've been seeking out, and kind of helped me along the way. I'll get more into that at the end of this video because I'm gonna do it, just build it up. And if I ever do get the opportunity to interview Steven Crowder, Buddy is like a bloody lawyer or a bloodhound. Like he goes through sifting through files and like, okay, I want to know what this guy ate for breakfast like 3 months ago. So that way, if he tries to throw it at me, I'm prepared, bitch. All right. And that's one thing I like about his stuff because that he always puts all the information out there and he doesn't just try to brainwash you. Like he like literally advocates for you to like debunk him, prove him wrong, change his mind, right? But anyways, enough talking about that. So plans for today. I got a shelf built. I'm gonna just start doing some tiers to it. So like in the videos, you can actually see some of the products I make, like Plague Doctor's mask with the capability of putting N95 mask material inside between the two bonds of leather. And yeah, essentially it's I've proven it's airtight and it filters. I didn't do that because I thought it'd keep me safe. I just did it because I was bored and yeah. And I make stuff like different style uh, different style purses and stuff. So right now, coming off some like serious mental health issues and physical ailments and stuff like that, I've been trying to recollect myself, and yeah, it's a struggle right now with things being so tight. But that's why I decided to do video content because it always kind of seems to put you on the spot, and you gotta kind of keep uh, keep your words honest. I guess I don't know how to better say it. Like live up to what you're gonna do because people are watching, essentially. And so yeah, I'm going to be doing creator content building up to the point. Again, sorry for all the scattered jump around. Again, my brain's not fully right from the accident, and sometimes it's hard to process like which way I'm going, and I get caught up in a story like no tomorrow. So, anyways, yeah, I'll be showing the more recent people I've been listening to on YouTube and Spotify. Thanks, Joe Rogan, by the way, for getting me dragged back into Spotify. Only reason I went back, uh, and I actually had no real complaints about it. Like there's some small things that like the setup's kind of buggy on like the interface. But other than that, yeah, it's actually pretty interesting what they've done with it's been a couple of years. So yes, YouTube, Spotify, if it's okay, and I will ask Louder with Crowder because I'm a part of the Mug Club. I'm gonna ask if I can, uh, when it comes to doing the Steven Crowder videos, if he's okay with me using clips, I'll dot the T's and cross the I's or whatever or yeah. Uh, so I'm going to, but yeah, I'm gonna see if that's okay. And the same thing with Tom McDonald and Nova Rockefeller. Um, they were the other two voices on the other end of that tunnel when I was going through what I was going through. And I'm actually going to get into that now because I'm going to wrap this up because I got a lot of work to do today and I'm hoping my back can hold up. And I might have a surprise for you because I am going to get a video content done tonight, but I might have a little additional treat to show you guys if I'm feeling up to it. So, anyways, more about how I got into Tom and Stephen Credit. One second. Uh, yeah, I was kind of fed up with life at the time, and this isn't like a suicide note or anything. I'd never advocately take my own life ever, no matter how dark things get. If it looks like suicide, just let you know I did not kill myself. Yeah. I'm probably gonna get ratioed the shit for that one. Anyways, so I never went on disability after the accident because I was always in the belief that I was building a better life at the time. I had a good woman, I had a dog. I want something more. So, and I didn't know anything about the law. And I was off for a couple months. Then I went to work for this company, and I don't know if I have permission to say the company's name because, to be honest, it was probably the second best job I ever had, but we've had some difficulties, and so yeah, I don't want to get in any trouble. But yeah, I will 100% say it was the second best job in my whole entire life. Like great people, and management was really good. There was just some people, yeah. Anyways, so after working there for a couple months, after I lost my other job due to the accident because I couldn't keep up with anything, um, yeah, like things got. I finally talked to a lawyer, and turns out I should have taken more time off instead of being stubborn, right? And I regret that now because I'm feeling it like no one's business. Like, I mean, yeah, I don't know if I was just in shock for a while. I don't know. Pain really didn't kick in bad until like the third year. Like, I always had a limp, and I still have a limp. But yeah. So, anyways, I was fed up because I couldn't keep a job or anything because of it, and after having a spat with my last boss, and I mean nothing on her, like she was stressed out and things are, you know, not ideal for where I was living to. Let's just say. So, needless to say, I get the bright idea that I wanted to challenge nature. And, I didn't know if I belonged here anymore, and I wanted something to fight to prove different, right? Like I wanted the answer in definitive. So I chose an undisclosed location in Newfoundland. I won't talk about it much right now because, yeah, I want to actually do a proper video way later on and whatnot. But uh, and it's not because I have bad experiences up there, because the people up there are bloody amazing, and yeah. Uh, but needless to say, I told everybody it was a documentary because it technically was. I wanted to help Newfoundland the best as could, but I wanted to know if I was fit to stay in this world. So yeah. there I go with minimum to no nothing supplies. And the locals of that area were best kind. Like they were always sneaking off into the bush. Like I was deep in the bush. It was not easy to get where I was too, but like they were always finding a way. And they were always helping me out because when I got signal on my cell phone and I had a little tablet with me, so and I had a way to charge it with a solar panel and everything and a battery system. So yeah, when I was heading up that way, I was trying to figure out some content to take with me because I was going off cellular data, and this isn't like the United States where you get unlimited data, blah blah blah. No, like you'll get like 2 gigabytes of data plus like unlimited talk and text for like $75 if you're lucky. Uh, I live in a place where there is no cell reception now, so I don't really have a cell phone. But yeah, so again, I said in the last video, like kind of how I got into them. But after things went south, but I got my answer when I was out in the woods. Like I found purpose again. I found kind of a new strength of sorts. That's why, if you wonder about my name, Amir of Hazelwood, Amir is the name of an ancient king who ruled in Mercia, who was the second last pagan king of that era. Um, yeah, he was Anglo-Saxon pagan, uh, if that's really a term. Paganism is tricky to lock down to terminology. And my grandfather on my mother's side was a Hazelwood, and my biological father's side is a Webb, and the Webbs got around way too much to track down any quick line of succession to like where things are directed to. Uh, the Hazewoods, it's a little bit of a neater trail. So I chose Amir as a spiritual name, but if it's hard to pronounce, oh, by the way, neat fact, Amir, yeah, Amir is also Boromir's brother in Lord of the Rings. Tolkien was a true heart, Mercian at heart, and he always believed he was a Mercian. So, anyways, yeah. Um, sorry, I get off on tangents. Sorry, it's hard to focus my brain at times. Anyways, so Amir of Hazelwood, that's how that comes. But if you can't pronounce Amir, call me Elmer. The locals call me Elmer. Some of them can't pronounce Amir. Like it's not like they can't pronounce it. It's just they're like you'll get into their accents. I'll introduce you someday, and their accents are thick. Uh, but anyways, so yeah, I didn't really get much content from Steven Crowder or from Tom MacDonald until 5 months after I came out of the bush, essentially. And uh, I didn't listen to Steven Crowder at first when I got back out, but I kind of started looking into Tom MacDonald right away because an accident happened up there and a lot of my equipment got destroyed. I'll get more into that later as well. Um, so needless to say, I started looking up Tom MacDonald. I started liking his music, and then I started getting introduced to other artists. Like recently, this one named Dax. He's from Newfoundland. He's from St. John's. I didn't know this. And he's an amazing artist. I've been starting to go through his stuff, and like everything he drops is on point, and like I don't get bored of it. it. Like it's not something you blast once or twice and you're like, okay, this is great, it's catchy, it's good, and it's like, oh, not that again. It's actually got like it's got a good message to it. Even the stuff that you just want to listen to for the fun of it. Everything behind it. Right now, my favorite is Joker 1 and Joker Returns. I always cannot listen to them out of order. But needless to say, on Tom McDonald's side, I got introduced to people like that. On the Steven Crowder side, there's Tim Pool, The Quartering, Hodge Twins. I just recently got into them. White Guy Beer, yeah, I love that bit. And Ben Shapiro, I actually like a lot of Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson and stuff. They're very, I don't know, they're thought provoking. Like again, I'm a pagan, and like a lot of the stuff I'm listening to is Christian based. And no, I have no idealism to like. I have no want to convert. I won't be converted. But it's stuff you can actually listen to and think upon because it's directed to the whole of the situation, not just to one path. And yeah, so why I'm building up to them is not just basic hero worship or anything like that. It's the fact that systematically I started asking myself questions, especially living out here. It's only me and a cat. So a lot of conversations are one sided. So yeah, I joined Mug Club. Again, the mug didn't last more than 3 weeks out here, but the content that they create is phenomenal. Is off the is like yeah. So that's why I'm building up to do the ultimate video, which would be a combination of Tom, my introduction to Tom and Steven, and my best picks of songs by Tom and Nova Rockefeller. Because I'm not leaving Nova out of this. I just say Tom because I'm just trying to short change the conversation quickly. Nova Rockefeller is Tom McDonald's girlfriend, and she's an amazing rapper. She does all of Tom's videos. I'm pretty sure she does the wardrobe and like special effects and everything too. And I think there's only one other guy involved with like mixing the beats or something like that. But other than that, like their climb up the tier, yeah, been truly an amazing thing to keep watching, and hopefully once I get there, I can do it justice on both sides. Again, I'm just gonna make sure before I do it, I have permission from both sides to use their content in no way or shape or form, like an aggressive content, but just to show my progression of learning from these individuals and where it all kind of led me. So, anyways, this is Amir. Enough rambling from me and jumping through whatever rabbit hole I was going down. Yeah, this is Amir Hazelwood. It was great talking to you. I will be uploading this later, and I am going to try most definitely to start that content tonight. I will release the name of the content later on as I go along, and hopefully the content creators are okay with me using their content to show a basis of where I'm going with this. I will dive into it more later. Anyways, this is Amir Hazelwood. Thanks for listening, and this is the unedited ramblings of Crazy Woodsman. Talk to you later.